everybody, and welcome back to EG&T Comics. And now, today, I'm pretty excited, because this is actually going to be my first video that is not about a comic book. Well, it is in a way, but I'm not going to be showing off comics. So, what I'm actually doing today is I had someone who told me, a good idea for a video, and I might actually make this a full video series I'm going to be doing on and off. And what I will be doing today is I will be explaining the powers of a mutant, a very famous mutant, one of the original mutants. Today I will be explaining the powers of Cyclops. And I actually have here the Marvel Encyclopedia, and this is the most recent one, and this has everything in it about Cyclops ever. And this also has what Marvel says his powers are. And now, to start off, a lot of things that people get wrong about Cyclops. He shoots lasers. No. Cyclops does not shoot lasers. It looks like it, you think of Superman. Superman shoots lasers from his eyes. Cyclops does not shoot lasers. In fact, his beams, I don't even believe, put out heat. They are strong enough to punch a hole through a mountain, but I don't believe they can burn a hole through something. They can actually put out fires. And it's just crazy. So I'm going to explain to you in a simple way and then in the exact way that this says how his powers work. Alright, so first I'm going to start with the simple way. And now, so basically how I would describe it is he absorbs energy from the sun, and then that energy causes him to be able to shoot the beams out of his eyes. Which means technically if you kept him in a dark room, you could deplete his powers, but I still think all he needs is a little bit of sunlight and his powers are back on. And he does not shoot lasers. He shoots optic beams. And basically, his eyes, they will always shoot lasers unless he's depleted. So, that is like the simple run through of how his powers work. Just nice and simple. So, now, you can turn off the video. But, if you keep watching, you can get a couple more details that I didn't just tell you. Now, the official stuff. So, this is what the Marvel Encyclopedia says. Cyclops has the mutant ability to project ruby-colored beams of conclusive force from his eyes. Cyclops' cells constantly absorb sunlight, and he uses that solar energy to create openings from another universe in front of his eyes, and the beams fire from 3 breaches. Due to a childhood trauma, Cyclops' optic beam is always on. The only way to block it is by closing his eyes or wearing a special visor or glasses. Cyclops' optic blasts are powerful enough to punch a hole through a mountain. Okay, so there's a few more things there that I didn't add in. So, basically, yes, he is absorbing the sunlight into his cells, but whenever he shoots it from his eyes, it says that he's shooting it from another dimension. Now, it's hard to say what exactly that means, but like an opening from another universe. I would think this other universe has to be some sort of pocket dimension, maybe? Because if he's absorbing the sun to, shoot this out of his eyes, then so the energy's coming in, and you think the energy's going to go right through his eyes, but no. The energy comes through a dimension, like portal thing on his eyes to go through. Now, so where does the energy go? I really don't know. I wish that would explain it, but I'm going to have to figure that out, because if he's absorbing all this energy, but then the energy is coming through different dimension through his eyes, I'm going to assume that somehow, once the energy enters his body, it has to go to that dimension, and then to his eyes. Which is why I think it's got to be some sort of pocket dimension inside of him, in a way. So, that's my theory on how that works. But, anyway, I hope you're more clear on Cyclops' powers now. I know I am after, doing this whole video. And, I am going to be sure to make more of these about more mutants. And I think the ones I'm going to try to do next is either Domino or Juggernaut. And Juggernaut, not a mutant, but I am going to do him anyway because his powers are pretty interesting. So, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this different type of video, and I sure know I did.